Shift our focus to Bangladesh, where in capital Dhaka, two uneasy neighbors, Bangladesh and Pakistan, shook hands, smiled for the cameras and also promised cooperation few believe will ever materialize. Pakistan's Joint Chiefs Chairman General Sahir Shamshad Mirza met Bangladesh's Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus for what officials are calling wide-ranging talks. That's correct. They spoke of trade, connectivity and even defense. However, behind the polite phrases lies the political theatre, viewers. That's correct. Meanwhile, when Dhaka is juggling economic strain and internal unrest, Islamabad, on the other hand, is weighed down by its own crises. A new shipping link between Karachi and Chittagong was announced, along with plans for Dhaka-Karachi flight routes. Now, these are moves that analysts believe are symbolic rather than strategic. Meanwhile, for India, the region's anchor of stability, these developments are being watched very closely, just like they should. New Delhi remains the economic and the security fulcrum in South Asia. In fact, both Bangladesh and Pakistan ultimately depend on Indian markets, energy routes, and even political goodwill far more than they admit. So while Dhaka and Islamabad talk of partnerships and connectivity, the real balance of power, viewers, and progress still tilts firmly towards New Delhi. And to shed more light on this, I'm joined by Lieutenant General Sanjay Kulkarni, who is also a defense expert. Thank you so much, General Saab, for joining us on this very important issue that we're in fact taking up on this Monday edition of India Global. Now, my first and foremost question to you, General Kulkarni, should India be concerned about this Pakistan-Bangladesh bonhomie, or is it actually an opportunity for New Delhi to assert quite influence in the region far beyond it has been asserting? And how crucial is India's geography and infrastructure to counter any threat that may arise?
Thank you, Arjun. There's a lot. You can't be specific as to what is it that really bothers us or what shouldn't bother us.
Let me rephrase, General. Let me rephrase that. 3 bullet points. As much as you possibly can in a minute, General.
Yeah, Bangladesh has neither an elected nor a selected but nominated advisor there. And more than anything else, we have Pakistan showing interest in Bangladesh ever since Yunus has come. Maybe with the visit even of the DG says, the DG analysis of going to the chickens there. This is all a facade, what Pakistan is attempting to do. They say the enemy's enemy will be my friend. That's what Pakistan is looking at, with wanting Bangladesh to see how together they can, and you heard Asim Munir say, the Eastern Pincer. Now, all these Eastern Pincer that they're talking about, they probably, Pakistan also seems to feel that India has got closer to Afghanistan. Again, there, they may be thinking, enemy is our prey. That kind of a situation arising everywhere seems to be giving jitters to Pakistan. And at the same time, the United States seem to be supporting Pakistan at this point of time, which seems to embolden them, thinking this is the time that they can get closer to Bangladesh and see how much pressure they can put on India. Because USA also attempts to do that. China also wants to do that, and all of it. And Pakistan, rather Bangladesh, has become the hub of it. You see the death of the CIA agent there. You see the death of an ISI over there. You see a death of the BrahMos scientist in India. All these aren't supposedly, coincidences. These are all absolutely something is happening, and something happening in Bangladesh. So a lot of it is happening in Pakistan. Pakistan hasn't reconciled after Operation Sindoor, because much that they may say they have won, they know very well they're looking for an opportunity to fight against India. So all this now with emboldenment coming to them from the United States, you see Trump, how he's praising, and always every time in an opportunity you get, Asim Munir is being praised, you have Shehbaz Sharif being praised. All these are indicative that something is happening around, and we've got to be very, very careful. We have to be vigilant. You cannot trust them at all. Trust is the last thing that you can ever do with Pakistan. And now Bangladesh, having been in the grip of Pakistan, we've got to be very careful. Much that Bangladesh, because Yunus, Jamaat, all of these are anti-India establishments.
Absolutely.
None of them are pro-India.
Absolutely, General. So the bottom line, New Delhi has to stay vigilant like it has been to counter any sort of threat, imaginary threat for now that may arise. Thank you so much for taking out the time and decoding this very important regional issue for our viewers, General.